Alright guys, so I'm going to make another desert survival video. This one's going to be on how to process, or at least how I process mesquite seeds the easy way. Now if you live out in the desert, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, any one of those states, I know that the mesquite tree, the honey mesquite tree, grows out here. These seed pods, not the seeds, but the seed pods are high in protein, carbs, and sugar. If you see the tree that has a bunch of these seed pods hanging from it, you got to wait until they turn brown to harvest them, or you'll know they're ready when you yank on the tree branch and they just fall off. Now usually I'll give these to my rabbits whole. They like to eat them just whole. You just toss them in the cage and they'll munch on them. As far as chicken feed is concerned, chickens won't touch this unless you turn it into a powder and then get the powder wet, kind of like a clumpy like cereal type. Sorry about that. That's the rice is letting me know it's done. Anyways, so I'm gonna these ones came usually when I feed my chickens mesquite. It's off the ground. I collect those mesquite seeds off the ground and I give them to the rabbits and to the chickens, and they love it. But these ones were straight off the tree, so we're going to process this and add it to our flatbread to give it a little bit of a sweet flavor and more protein, give it, make it more nutrient dense. So I'm going to show you how I process them the easy way, to get the seed pods out and the seeds to where it's just the powder from the pod itself. So stay tuned and I'll show you the easy way to process these. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is make sure that your seed pods don't have these little holes in them. Otherwise you're going to get a bunch of bugs in your powder. You don't want that. So make sure you throw these ones away. Alright, next thing you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and you're going to take these little stems off right here, because you don't want to eat those. They don't have the nice sweet taste to it. Alright, then you want to break these into like 1-inch pieces and just fill up the bowl with that. Okay. Alright, so it's going to be something like that. You can go ahead and toss those in your blender. Blend them up. Alright. It's going to separate. What it's going to do, see, there's these little shells, seeds in here. Okay. It's going to pulverize the pod. Okay, this is the pod. It's going to separate the pod powder. It's going to turn the pod into a powder. And then there's going to be seed shells left. And then inside the seed shell is the seed. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just do this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like if you forget to dry out your blender. If there's even a little bit of water, it'll turn into this kind of like granola, and it's not a powder. You want to get the powder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and it's okay if it's like this. If you got a dog, or if you got a chickens or anything, they'll eat this. Alright, so it's alright. Don't throw it away. Dogs eat this stuff too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this to my chickens. They'll love to eat it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do this again so I can get it into a powder and show you what to do with it. Alright. Don't forget, make sure your blender's extremely dry. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like when it's sufficiently dry. Alright, and it's just going to be a powder. Now there's still seeds in there, like you can see this one right here. We got to separate those seeds from the powder. Alright, other thing I forgot to mention is that those mesquite pods, they have some moisture in them themselves. So if you're collecting them straight off of the tree, you might want to dry them out for a few days out in the sun to make them sufficiently dry so that you can powder them like this. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I just pour it here through this screen. Alright, so there's quite a bit down in there. Let me go ahead and get this out. Alright, trying to do this with one hand is not exactly the easiest thing, but not too difficult. So we're going to go ahead and just shake this. And you can treat this just like flour, just like bread, just like flour from oats or whatever. As you can see, we're left with a bunch of seeds. All right. Now, the actual seeds, this is a seed shell, okay, right here. So inside this, let me see if you can. Hold on. Let me shake one. Hear it? There's a little seed inside that shell. So if you want to germinate these right away, you got to crack open this shell and you got to get the seed out. Let me see if I can do that. I use my teeth to crack it open. 1 second. Okay. 1 second. All right. There we go. So you can see right there in my hand is the mesquite seed, and that's the pod. Okay, so that's ready for germination right there. All right, germination rate this year is pretty low, but anyways, so that was kind of just a little rabbit trail. All right, so moving on, I'm gonna go ahead and I'd say we're done with this. All right, and then what you got left is this powder. Now, you can take this powder and you can mix it in with your bread, and it gives it kind of a sweet taste, and it adds a lot of protein to your bread. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and add some of this to our bread and go ahead and bake it. And I think all that's pretty much self-explanatory. I just wanted to show you guys how to get to this point right here, because once you get to this point where it's basically just a flour, you can do whatever you want with it after that. I mean, you don't even need to add this to regular flour. You can just use this by itself as flour if you want, and you can make a bread. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helps. I didn't see any other videos like this on YouTube. That's why I did this video. So yeah, guys, go ahead and give me a like, comment, subscribe, share the videos with your friends, and have a good one.